Hello everyone, my name is Martha. I am a relationship counselor and clinical sexologist. I have been in practice for 10 years and I am from Eros Coaching. That's eroscoaching.com. So I am at Admiralty. Today is Sunday and it is 12:40 p.m. in Singapore. And I am inspired to do this video because I have one and a half hours between appointments. So let me just show you where I'm at very quickly. At a restaurant. This is actually a restaurant. And I'm actually sitting here, but I moved here because the lighting there where I was sitting is too harsh. So I decided to sit here instead, make this video. I made 2 other videos just now, short ones, but this is the one that I want to do talking. Okay, so I want to talk about lingerie wear. So you may have read, and also there are sex experts, sexologists, sex coaches, sex counselors, sex therapists. They would suggest, hey, when you're in a long-term relationship, you need to take responsibility to spice things up. And one of the things that you can do to spice things up is wearing sexy lingerie. And this is really not uncommon. I myself also suggest this. However, when I go into further discussions with people, I often found that lingerie doesn't work. And here I decided to make this video to explain why. I think we've all heard this, and this also applies to lingerie, which is that you have to be the person wearing the dress, not the dress wears you. The dress needs to fit who you are, maybe your skin tone, your personality, and it needs to give you joy. So I love what I'm wearing. So I've been told I have very nice shoulders, and I love this because it shows off my shoulders, but also it's unique. You have all these metal beads between. So the moment I saw it online, I knew I would look good in it and I would love it. And true enough, I do. So you need to know yourself. You need to know what you like. And so if you're buying lingerie for the sake of pleasing your partner, often you may be buying what your partner likes, not what you like. And if you are wearing something that you feel uncomfortable in, it doesn't matter if the lingerie is sexy. It's not gonna work because you don't own it. You don't look like it fits you like a glove. I mean fit as in it fits you, but it doesn't seem like it's a second skin. And so when it happens, there are people who say, she's making an effort, she's putting on lingerie. However, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not what you wear, it's the way you wear it. So they may be wearing the lingerie, but they may not be comfortable wearing it because they don't feel comfortable revealing so much of their skin. They may be doing it with the expectation of sex, so there's pressure that is put onto their partner. And sometimes when you're trying too hard, you want to make things better, but when you're trying too hard, it actually repels. So the issue is not the lingerie, it is the energy around the lingerie that you're wearing that is repelling your partner. Nobody likes to feel that they are being manipulated or forced to do something. So can you see, even though you're trying to make things better, it may actually come across as worse because it's not what you do, it's the interpretation of it, that you're desperate, you're trying too hard, you're forcing yourself onto them, you're expecting sex to turn out the way that you want, you are trying to one-up your partner. So these are these associations that may come up when they see you putting on lingerie. So unless you are very, very clear about why you're doing it, are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it to spice things up for you? Are you doing it to make yourself feel more sensuous, more sexy? Are you doing it to get yourself into the mood? So even though this may be what's happening on your side, and this may be your story, you are doing it for yourself, you are doing it because you like lingerie, you are doing it because it makes you feel good, your partner may also interpret it a different way. So if your partner interprets it in whatever way they are interpreting because of their story in their head, and there wasn't any communication between the two of you, then obviously it's not going to go down well. So part of it is explaining like why you're doing it, why you're wearing the lingerie, communicating it, and really expressing your joy in wearing it. Because when you do it for yourself, the energy is different. When you are doing it to kind of manipulate them, get something out of them, make them I want to help you, it doesn't feel good. And the other reason that I mentioned to you just now at the start of the video is how they feel that it is not your second skin. You may be doing the right things, but the right things still seem to be wrong because you don't look comfortable. You may even have resentment wearing that lingerie. And so these are some of the reasons why, cliche as they are, it often doesn't work. It really doesn't work often. And so I'm not saying don't wear lingerie. Do it for the right reasons. Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it with healthy detachment? You're not doing it expecting. And if you don't get what you want, you get angry. You start to shout and scream. You start to cry. Sorry to say this, but don't you think that it's like going under psychological abuse and emotional blackmail? I do something and therefore you must like it, you might like it. And sometimes the reason why they start crying and getting angry is actually because they're at their wits' end. They may not like it, they may have resentment, and then they try the very thing that they didn't want to do, and they did it already, and you still don't like it. They feel very, very helpless. So when you get to that state of feeling totally helpless, then yes, this is where the blaming comes in, the shaming comes in. I'm trying, I'm doing what I can, what are you doing? So it's very important to bring this up, because a lot of people don't talk about this, and this is the shadow side of lingerie, isn't it? So instead of blaming the lingerie, blaming each other, I think it's very important sometimes to address what is the real issue here. Often the issue is the lack of sex, the breakdown in the communication, the discrepancy when it comes to sex drives, the need to feel desired and wanted. These are the real issues. So this is where it is useful to get a counselor, coach, facilitator, trained, who specializes in relationship sexuality to work with you. Okay, so my phone is acting up because low bat. So yeah, thanks for watching the video and have a good weekend. And you can check out my website, that's eroscoaching.com.